Good afternoon, it's Matt from Nordic Walk in Preston, and as you'll see just behind me all around is the beautiful Winckley Square in Preston. So I've come to speak to business owners that are around the Winckley Square area, whether that's a business owner, whether you are a small business entrepreneur, or if you are involved in HR, if you're managing staff, so you're sort of a top level manager in one of these businesses, large or small, in this central location. Winckley Square, as you know, plenty of offices, lots of legal firms, accounting firms and other, let's say, social media, the tech firms around this square. And you'll see out the back that way, that's centre of town. So we're very centrally located, great place for you in your workplaces to get out and be in this space. You can walk out of your office and it can take you 5 minutes, even 2 minutes, 10 minutes to get down to this park, and the newly renovated park with all its new paths you can see there. You could walk down them, around them, you could have your lunch. Look at the weather today, fantastic weather, nice and sunny, nice and warm. We're heading into the summertime. You could come out and you could eat your lunch outdoors. But incorporated into that a walk, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you, and it's going to be, I reckon, about 200 paces. So we're going to walk a further 200 paces. I'm going to walk that way. We're going to walk along this path just behind me towards that little fence, hole in the fence. And I'm going to keep on talking, and I'm going to take you to Avon Park. Now, some of you obviously will know that Avon Park exists. But let me tell you this. I've been doing the Nordic walking in Preston for about the last 3 years. I have a lot of clients, they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s. A lot of them have lived in Preston for 20, 30 years, and a lot of them have lived not too far away from the centre of town. So they're living in Penwitham, Leyland, Fulwood, around, not too far from the centre. Take them for a walk, take them into the park, and they'll be saying things like, "Oh, good grief, I didn't know this was here. Oh, I've never seen that before. Oh, I've been around this park, this area here, but I didn't know this little bit existed." And then this week, what I've done, I went to the university. I was speaking with a young lad there who's a student activator, and because we were walking from the university, which is right in the centre of the concrete jungle of Preston, we had a little walk around town, let's say, just a little bit further away from the central Corporation Street area. There we go, just entering the park now. So we've come from Avon Park back there, and we're heading down the hill into Avon Park. It's taken me, we've been filming this video for 3 minutes. I spoke for a minute whilst we're in Winckley Square. So, took out this lad from the university, and he came back and he said, "You've shown me things that I didn't know exist." You know, fantastic. There are students that come to the university, whether they come from around the UK or from abroad, and they don't know this area. They're in the little silos, and they go to their halls of residence, they go to where they do the course, so their course study, probably to a restaurant, a pub, 4 places, and that's pretty much it. You know, there will be others who do other things as well, but you know, the majority will have those little places to go to, and that's very similar for you and your staff in your office. People these days, they are just driven to be working. So they get up in the morning, don't give themselves enough time for breakfast, get in the car, do the commute, and arrive then at work. And if the workplace isn't set up by you guys, who are the owners or the managers, the HR managers, the workplace wellbeing managers, if it's not designed by you, if you're not encouraging it, that they utilise their workday not to spend 8 hours right behind the computer screen, that's easily achievable. Not big steps for you to implement from above, and for those members of staff to implement into their daily life. If they can just get out, or be encouraged to get up once an hour, once every few hours, or at lunchtime to get out for half an hour for a walk, then, as you've seen here, I've been talking for 4 minutes, I'm already walking down into the park. You come into the park lunchtime, as we're going into the summertime, lovely day, sun shining, see this beautiful Japanese garden. You can smell the flowers, you can hear the birds, you can walk down to the riverside, see the water, hear the water, running water. You can see other people in the park here. Just to get away from that box, that computer screen, that desk, the environment in the office where you've got a lot of work to do, there might be stress related to that, just to get outdoors, to be in a different space and create a place by actually being with some other people, walking and talking, looking around, seeing the scenery, seeing the flowers, listening to the birds. That has a massive benefit for you as an individual. It's a totally inspiring and energizing experience, and you know, you probably listen to this thinking, good grief, what's he on about? You know, why is he talking about this walking being so amazing? Well, the fact is, I've been doing this personally and professionally with lots of people around Preston for the last few years. It's completely changed my life around, and it's changing the lives of the other people who are doing this as well. Because when you're outdoors, I'm looking into the sunshine now and getting vitamin D through the sunshine, through into my skin. That's giving me benefits. I'm looking around, seeing the greenery. It's taking my focus and attention away from my family, my work-related tasks, all different daily stresses, because we live in a world of constant attention. We're having to give attention to the road, to watch out for the dodgy drivers, having to give attention to the tasks that are relentlessly appearing on our desks. We're giving attention to the kids as we come home from work to go and take them to their classes, and then we're being encouraged as parents, I'm a parent of a 10-year-old as well, to go and take them not just to swimming but to football and to basketball and gymnastics and dancing and all these different things, because we want to give them opportunities. But ultimately we want opportunities for ourselves. We want to make money so we can live a more empowered life. We can buy things, enjoy things, go on holiday. But at the end of that work life, then we want to be in good enough health to enjoy the fact that we're going to have the freedom to be able to spend the money that we've made. But if in the process, whether it took 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, we're driven into the ground by the work, by the work-life balance, by the way that we interpret the whole construct of living our life, our work life, then we could end up being ill. Low-grade inflammation, stress can build up, that can cause health problems, that can lead to overweight, sitting down at a desk all day, that can lead to chronic back and neck problems. And yes, not everybody is going to have all of these problems, not everyone's going to have all these compounding problems, but people are going to have these problems building up over time, and these can be spotted. These can be spotted by you as the owners, the HR managers, the top managers in the teams in your business. You can see this within your workforce, and it can be encouraged to get them outdoors and walking. And it doesn't have to be that you have to do the latest challenge to run a marathon or do a triathlon or go to the gym or anything that's too far out of the comfort zone of that person. It doesn't have to be that they have to be there an hour before work to do a class in the park. It doesn't have to be that they have to stay after work to do an hour's class of something, some boot camp or something like that. It can be simple things. It can just be getting up away from your desk, walking around the office, going into Winckley Square, walking around Winckley Square, or coming down to the park. And guarantee, if you are within 5 minutes walk of Winckley Square, you could meet me in the park. I could take you for a walk all the way around Avon Park, all the way around Miller Park, get you back to Winckley Square within 30-40 minutes. You could go back to the office, find a quiet space, not in front of your computer screen, have your lunch, feel energized, and then go back into the afternoon knowing that you don't have to get home in the evening and beat yourself up for not having done any form of activity during the day. You'll be energized, that you'll have straightened your body up, that you'll have just left some of that stress in the trees. And yes, one session won't fix it. It has to be a slow process of building up repeatability, consistency. But if you can be encouraged to start, and you can be encouraged by the people who you're working for, then that's a fantastic thing. So I encourage individuals to think about it, think about just extending your day slightly, and I think I'd encourage owners of businesses, particularly those in the centre of Preston, to invite me around, let's have a conversation, and let's see about getting some of your staff activated. can just be walking, I can add in the poles and we can do the Nordic walking, and we can show you the benefits within one session, and you'll start switching on up here about how beneficial that will be for you, for your daily life, for your family life, for your work life, for the business. That's going to impact on the business significantly over time. Not the next day, but if you consistently add this form of activity into your daily life, that will have a knock-on effect on the way that you are productive and a knock-on effect on how the business runs more fluidly. So thank you very much. It's Matt Gibbs, and this video was for Nordic Walking Preston. And please get in touch, comment, invite me in to have a conversation, please.